Hey up everybody, Magpie Gaming here. If you are new to the channel, please do consider subscribing and pressing the bell icon down in the corner to be informed of my latest videos. Good morning, good afternoon and good evening wherever you are in the world. I hope you're all doing well. In this video I'm going to take a look at the preliminary patch notes for 10.8 for Escape from Tarkov. And this is a hotfix update which has been brought about because of several, well, more than several bugs which are damaging the game at the moment. And just to the side of this, recently I have caught up with a lot of the YouTubers that I watched that play Escape from Tarkov. Since the update I haven't really bothered because I tend to find that once an update is done and there's a wipe, that the content from a lot of the creators I follow kind of drops, because they all like to grind and they basically play on Twitch. They grind up back to their normal level and then they start to do the videos again. But this time around there's been quite a lot of the YouTubers that I follow and the Twitch streamers that have been complaining a lot about the game, complaining about changes that have been made, complaining a lot about the bugs which are currently in the game. And I agree with some of them. I disagree with a lot of them, with the opinion that they have of the game and with the opinion that they have about how the game should be more set up towards them because they stream all day. There is quite a few streamers, I'm not going to name no names by the way, I don't want to get into the blame game or have people having a go at me or having a go at them, but there's quite a lot of them that are self-entitled pricks and think that this game should work a certain way because that would suit them, and they don't care too much about people like me who is just a casual gamer that just wants to enjoy a good gaming experience. But yeah, there's been quite a bit of controversy flying around. There's a couple of these guys that I follow that have made quite passionate videos, and some of them I disagree with, like I've just said, but some of them I do agree with. But I'm going to do a different video about all of that because there is a lot to be talked about right now with the game. There's a lot of things that are going on with it that need fixing, need sorting out. Plus I think there's quite an interesting conversation to be had between people that stream this game for basically a living and for people like me that are casual gamers. And it's finding the middle ground that suits both types of the gamers that play this game. But anyway, we're going to take a look at some of the fixes that are in this hotfix, and some of these are, well, in fact nearly every one of them is quite important. There's some of them not as important, but the vast majority of them are pretty important. So first of all, we've got a bug which caused a huge ricochet chance when hitting helmets and visors. This is one that's been pulled apart by a lot of people, and this has basically meant that even low level armor helmets have been in times impenetrable or taking a hell of a lot of rounds to pierce through. So it's made even cheap helmets quite reliable at the moment, which I guess isn't a bad thing if you're getting shot at, but when you're shooting at somebody and you're going for the head, it's making it a lot harder to take that person out. So apparently that has now been fixed. They've fixed a bug that incorrectly displayed insured items, a bug that caused 228 error during raid, partial fix to a bug that caused the game to hang whilst using foods and meds animations, a bug whereby the FOV impacts the effective range of weapons, a bug that allowed the player to silently sprint by constantly pressing the shift key. This is something that has been around for ages, and I've seen a lot of people use this where you mash the shift key. It allows you to sprint without really making any kind of sound. Now that has apparently been fixed. A bug which did not allow the player to finish the delivery from the past quest on Nighttime Factory, glitch linked to chest rigs, MP7 and a secured container, a bug relating to the dialogue sorting in which new messages came as last, an error that appears in the item inspection menu at the flea market, a bug with the name display on 1x1 containers, a bug with the maximum possible penalty 1 offer at the flea market. The sound when passing through bushes, first and third person, is now dependent on the character movement speed. That's an interesting one, so the slower you go the less rustle you get. That would be an interesting one. That's more realistic, I suppose. Fixed several display issues with 21:9 monitors, several invisible player issues. Now those, I didn't know that invisible players were existing, but apparently they do, and that has now been fixed. Several freeze issues, possibly fixed, still testing, a bug which caused an incorrect exit to work, a bug that allowed settling different level dog tags in one offer, a bug which caused a desync in the main menu and in RAID, issues displaying user tags of containers which were created at the insurance flea market screen, an error occurring when making an offer on a container that has a user tag. They've changed aftermatch summary has been adjusted. Now you can see the damage dealt to the body and armor separately, which is going to be a good one to work out where exactly you've been hit. You know, you're going to be able to tell how much damage your armor has taken and how much has been inflicted direct to your body. And the AI difficulty has been adjusted. Now, which way it's been adjusted, I don't know. But recently I've been finding that scavs have laser beam aim again from 5 miles away with a shotgun. And inevitably they are going to either one-tap your head or they're going to take out your stomach. And I've found that I'm losing my stomach more than anything else at the moment. I think it's always going to be a bit of a fight between how to get the AI to react best to players. It always seems to be that every time they change the difficulty or they adjust how the scavs behave, that it never ever seems like it's as right as it should be, and they're always constantly fighting against that. So hopefully this one might adjust things and make it a little bit easier when tackling some of them. I do like the movement that they have. They move like real players sometimes, which it spins you out a little bit. It gets a bit sketchy, but they do move a lot better. They flank, they seem to almost communicate with each other when they're taking you on. But yeah, the aim was always a bit too much, so hopefully that's been dialed back a little bit now. And they've added a limit to the amount of some items that the player can buy. Now you can only buy limited amounts of some items within one restock. So yeah, I don't know how that one's going to affect people. I think that's to try and stop people using macros and buying up things and then being able to sell them on the flea market for a huge profit. Again, with that, tackle people that are using macros. You know, that's something that does need tackling within this game. It is prevalent, it is going on. So hopefully they will do something to tackle that. Limiting everybody and what they can buy just doesn't make sense to me. Why don't you just make it unlimited, and then these people won't be able to sell these for a profit because everybody will have access to them. So limiting it even more seems like a bit of a backwards move, but we'll see how it goes. And then it says that they are currently working on further fixes related to invisible players, inventory bugs, inability to use the inventory at the start of a raid, freezes, stuttering and other critical issues. All of these fixes will be added in the next hotfix patch. So they're on the way with doing things, they're getting it done, they're pushing forward. It's good to see all of these bugs getting crushed now because some of them have been a bit game breaking recently. But yeah, as I say, a lot of controversy around the game at the moment, a lot of people not happy, a lot of players have apparently abandoned the game. But yeah, I'm going to do a separate video on that anyway, but I just wanted to bring you a quick update video to show what is getting fixed or what will be fixed once this patch drops. Now, we don't know when this patch will drop. These are preliminary notes. It could be that it updates tomorrow. I would think that it will definitely update within the next couple of days with these notes coming out today. So yeah, we'll see what happens when that comes out. We'll see how many things that breaks. But yeah, as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.